Chapter 1: The Discovery Der. Amelia Caldwell was a woman of unparalleled intelligence. Her name was synonymous with groundbreaking scientific achievements, and she was renowned for her ability to solve complex problems that had stymied others for decades. But as she stood in her pristine laboratory, staring at the colossal machine before her, she realized that she had created something that could change the world, and not necessarily for the better. The machine, which she had named Pandora, was a marvel of modern science. It had the potential to solve the world's energy crisis, eradicate diseases, and revolutionize transportation. It harnessed the power of quantum physics to manipulate matter and energy at the atomic level, a feat previously thought impossible. But as she delved deeper into its capabilities, she began to uncover a dark secret. Chapter 2: The Unintended Consequence. Amelia had always been driven by a desire to make the world a better place. She had envisioned Pandora as a tool to address some of humanity's most pressing problems. But as she conducted more experiments, she started to notice unintended consequences. The machine's ability to manipulate matter and energy also meant it could be weaponized. Its power to disintegrate and reassemble atoms could be used to create devastating weapons of mass destruction. Amelia couldn't ignore the ethical dilemma she now faced. She had to decide whether to keep Pandora's potential for destruction a secret or to reveal the truth to the world. Chapter 3: The Ethical Crossroads. Amelia's sleepless nights were filled with ethical debates within her own mind. She had always been an advocate for transparency in science, but she also understood the catastrophic consequences of Pandora falling into the wrong hands. She confided in her longtime friend and colleague, Dr. Marcus Hayes, who shared her concerns. Together, they made a difficult decision. They would keep Pandora's existence a secret, while they worked tirelessly to find a way to neutralize its destructive potential. Amelia was conflicted, torn between her responsibility to humanity and the fear of unleashing chaos upon the world. Chapter 4: The Race Against Time. Amelia and Marcus delved deeper into Pandora's mysteries. They realized that neutralizing its destructive potential would be an immense challenge. The machine had become a Pandora's box of scientific knowledge, and every solution seemed to create new problems. Meanwhile, rumors of a revolutionary scientific breakthrough began to circulate in the global scientific community. Competing research groups and governments became aware of something extraordinary hidden in Amelia's laboratory, and they were determined to discover its secrets. Chapter 5: The Betrayal. Pressure mounted as Amelia and Marcus raced against time. They were on the verge of a breakthrough when tragedy struck. A trusted colleague betrayed them, stealing crucial data about Pandora and selling it to the highest bidder. Amelia and Marcus realized that they could no longer keep Pandora's existence a secret. They had to act fast to prevent a global catastrophe. They decided to go public with their findings, hoping that the world's scientists could work together to find a way to safeguard Pandora's technology. Chapter 6: The Global Response. The revelation of Pandora's existence sent shockwaves throughout the world. Governments, scientists, and organizations came together to form an international task force to assess the situation and develop safeguards for the technology. Amelia and Marcus joined forces with the task force, working tirelessly to ensure that Pandora's immense power was never used for harm. It was a race against time, as the knowledge of Pandora's destructive potential had already spread to rogue nations and terrorist groups. Chapter 7: The Final Stand. Task Force's efforts culminated in a high-stakes showdown. Rogue elements had managed to replicate a crude version of Pandora, and a global crisis was imminent. Amelia and Marcus, armed with their knowledge of the original machine, faced off against those who sought to use Pandora as a weapon. In a tense and dramatic confrontation, they managed to disable the rogue Pandora and prevent a catastrophe. The world had narrowly averted disaster, but the Pandora technology remained a closely guarded secret, accessible only to the International Task Force for peaceful purposes. Chapter 8: The New Beginning. In the aftermath of the crisis, Pandora's existence was acknowledged, and the world had a choice to make. Would they use this revolutionary technology for good or fall victim to its destructive potential? Amelia and Marcus continued their work, now committed to using Pandora to address humanity's most pressing problems while ensuring that it never became a weapon of mass destruction again. The world had learned a valuable lesson about the power of science and the responsibility that came with it. The Pandora principle had been established. With great scientific power came even greater ethical responsibility. And as the world moved forward with Pandora as a tool for progress, it was a principle they would never forget.